The January 3rd, 2016 meeting of the Monroe County Legislature will now come to order. Will the members of the legislature please respond to the calling of the roll? District 1, Tina M. Brown. District 2, Mike Rocco. District 3, Tracy DeFlorio. District 4, Frank X. Alcoffer. District 5, Carla F. Boyce. District 6, Fred Ansello. District 7, Brian E. Marionetti. District 8, Matthew Terp. District 9, Debbie Draw. District 10, Anthony Daniele. District 11, Sean M. Delahanty. District 12, Steve Brew. District 13, John J. Howland. District 14, Justin Wilcox. District 15, George Hebert. District 16, Joseph Carbone. District 17, Joseph D. Morelli Jr. District 18, Tanya Conley. District 19, Kathleen A. Taylor. District 20, Mike Zale. District 21, Mark S. Moyo. District 22, Vincent R. Felder. District 23, James Shepard. District 24, Joshua Baroth. District 25, John Lightfoot. District 26, Tony Michike. District 27, Lachey D. Harris. District 28, Cynthia Cayley. District 29, Ernest Flagler Mitchell. The Honorable Cheryl Dinolfo, Monroe County Executive, will now administer the oath of office.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here with this honorable body. So many distinguished guests who are here tonight for the commencement and the inauguration of our new legislators. But before I administer the oath of office, I just want to say to everyone who is present, a big thank you to all who have served here in the county of Monroe. You know, it's a lot of work to be an elected official, and there are so many elected officials here in this room and former elected officials, from those who have served in the county legislature to those who are serving and have served in our state assembly and our Senate. And I want to say thank you to all of you for having given so much to our community over the years. We are better as a community because you have served, and to your families who are here as well. There's sacrifice that families make when people in their homes come out and serve the community. So I want to say thank you to the family members as well for sharing your husbands, your wives, your loved ones with all of us in this community. So a round of applause for our former elected officials. And while we're saying thank you, please join me in a round of applause for Jeff Adair, the outgoing president of the legislature. He has given years of service to this community. Jeff, stand up. Thank you so much. And also to Steve Tutorello, former majority leader. He's here with us as well. Steve, thank you again for your service. And I also want to say thank you to Carrie Andrews for her service as well. And also, we have a very unique opportunity here in the county of Monroe. You know what, moving forward, we have so many special people who are working across the aisle, and I want you to know, from me to you, that as we go forward, the best ideas will always be the ones that are advanced. But in order to hear those best ideas, we have to come together as a community, both sides of the aisle, Democrat, Republican, I don't care where you serve, I don't care where you live. We have to work together because our best days are ahead of us. And the way we do that is to make sure that everybody's ideas are heard, and when we come together and make those decisions are in the best interest of our community. And I know that the mayor is here today, and I want to say thank you to her for coming to this organizational meeting, because it shows that we can work across the aisle and get everything done for this community, whether we're talking about education, whether we're talking about employment. It's all about the community. No matter where you live, no matter what your table looks like, it's about that community. So thank you, Mayor Warren, for joining us. A round of applause for Mayor Warren. The moment that you've really been waiting for, I know what the real moment is all of our soon-to-be county legislators, if you would please stand. This is a very illustrious group. Would you please raise your right hand? Thank you. And repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that, state your name, will support the Constitution of the United States, and I will support the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Monroe County Legislator according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Each of you is now Monroe County Legislator. Congratulations.
The floor is now open for the purpose of nominating a temporary president of the legislature. Are there any nominations? Legislator Marionetti.
Welcome. I'd like to nominate Dr. Joe Carbone to serve as temporary president of the legislature.
I second the nomination of Dr. Carbone.
Are there any other nominations? I now declare the nominations for temporary president of the legislature be closed and will call the roll. Please respond by stating the last name of the nominee of your choice. If you choose not to vote for a candidate, please respond with the word abstain. Mr. Marionetti. Carbone. Ms. Cayley. Carbone. Mr. Alcoffer. Carbone. Mr. Ansello. Carbone. Mr. Baroff. Carbone. Mr. Brew. Carbone. Ms. Boyce. Carbone. Mrs. Brown. Dr. Carbone. Mrs. Conley. Mr. Daniele. Mr. Delahanty. Mrs. DeFlorio. Mrs. Draw. Mr. Felder. Mr. Flagler Mitchell. Ms. Harris. Mr. Hebert. Mr. Howland. Mr. Lightfoot. Mr. Michike. Mr. Morelli. Mr. Moyo. Mr. Rocco. Mr. Shepard. Ms. Taylor. Mr. Terp. Mr. Wilcox. Mr. Zale. 29-0. Dr. Carbone, please come forward and assume the chair.
Thank you very much for choosing me to lead this meeting. It's truly an honor and a privilege to serve with you, ladies and gentlemen. So now let's proceed. I'd like to call upon Reverend John Lonkel of St. John Evangelist Church of Spencerport for the purpose of delivering the invocation at the invitation of Legislator Marionetti.
As we prepare to begin this meeting, we ask God to bless all those gathered here today in the community we serve. We rejoice that we are blessed and called together to represent the people of our county. We pray that we will respond generously to this opportunity to serve the greater good. Inspire us with your spirit of wisdom. Plant seeds of your vision in our hearts and minds. Give us humor and humility in working with one another, so that we may know the privilege of participating in the manifestation of your peace and justice in our world. Grant us the willingness to be open to each other, to respect each other, to listen to each other, to be honest with each other, to be supportive of each other, in order to accomplish the work that is before us, not for individual or partisan gain, but for the sake of the common good of the entire community. We pray all this in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Lonkel. I'd like to present you with this certificate on behalf of the Monroe County Legislature to express our appreciation. Jeffrey R. Adair will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you for already standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The floor is now open for the purpose of nominating a permanent president of the Monroe County Legislature. Are there any nominations? Legislator Marionetti?
Dr. Carbone, I'd like to nominate Anthony J. Daniele, my colleague from District 10, to serve as president of the legislature.
Second?
I second the nomination of Mr. Daniele.
Are there any other nominations for the office of president? I now declare the nominations for permanent president of the legislature to be closed. The clerk will call the roll. Please respond by stating the last name of the nominee of your choice. If you choose not to vote for a candidate, please respond with the word abstain.
Mr. Marionetti. Ms. Cayley. Mr. Alcoffer. Mr. Ansello. Mr. Baroth. Mr. Brew. Ms. Boyce. Mrs. Brown. Dr. Carbone. Mrs. Conley. Mr. Daniele. Mr. Delahanty. Mrs. DeFlorio. Mrs. Draw. Mr. Felder. Mr. Flagler Mitchell. Ms. Harris. Mr. Hebert. Mr. Howland. Mr. Lightfoot. Mr. Michike. Mr. Morelli. Mr. Moyo. Mr. Rocco. Mr. Shepard. Ms. Taylor. Mr. Terp. Mr. Wilcox. Mr. Zale. 29-0.
Congratulations, Mr. Daniele. I'd now like to appoint all former presidents, including Messrs. Adair, Zaira, Auberger, and Esposito, as a committee to escort our new president to the chair, but he got here too quick. But it's the same thing. Congratulations.
Wow, that was very cool. If I can start with that, I appreciate it. And I certainly appreciate my colleagues on both sides of the aisle for your vote of confidence as president. That was fantastic, so thank you. Thank you to our past presidents. I appreciate you for being here. Jeff Adair, good friend of mine, big shoes to fill, but I look forward to doing so. Wayne Zaira, who I had the honor of working with my first 2 years in the legislature. Jack Auberger and Ralph Esposito, legends in their own time. Under your leadership, this legislature has operated with order and professionalism, and I intend on carrying out that tradition in these chambers. I'd also like to thank County Executive Cheryl Donalfo for being here tonight and administering the oath of office. Congratulations on your swearing in. It was a great ceremony yesterday. We wish you all the success and offer any assistance that you may need as we work together as one Monroe County government, both Republicans and Democrats, to support you and your goals to make this county even greater for all its residents. Welcome our new Majority Leader, Brian Marionetti, and our Minority Leader, Cindy Cayley. Congratulations to both of you. I look forward to working with both of you and your new leadership teams as well. I'd like to thank Dr. Carbone and Legislator Delahanty for your nomination this evening. And of course, I appreciate your friendship and look forward to a few great years together. There are a few people here tonight that I'd like to specifically acknowledge and thank. Republican Chairman and Grease Supervisor Bill Rylick, a great friend, great supporter. His Deputy Supervisor, Michelle Marini, always there to make things happen. Our Conservative Party Chair, Tom Cook, and his great wife, Maria, thank you for being here. And I'd also like to acknowledge Jamie Romeo, who's the chair of the Democratic Party. Thank you for being here tonight. And of course, Mayor Lovely Warren from the city of Rochester. What an honor to have you here tonight to join us. Thank you. We also have a list of dignitaries that I'd like to welcome this evening and thank for being here. From New York State, representing Senator Rich Funke's office, Aaron Ashrafian. Was that close? All right. I've said it better in the past. We have Assemblyman Mark Johns, Peter Lawrence, and Harry Bronson. Thank the three of you for being here tonight. State Supreme Court Justice Bill Taylor, I believe he's here with his beautiful daughter, Olivia. How you doing, Olivia? Yeah. Not quite as cool as your dad swearing in, but we'll try to make it exciting for you. From Monroe County, we have our Deputy County Executive, Tom Van Stryden, is here tonight. Welcome and congratulations to you. Former county legislators, Dick Yolovich is here, and one of my best friends, and somebody I've enjoyed spending a lot of time with over the past 10 years, Steve Tucciarello. Thank you for being here. From our towns and villages this evening, we have my supervisor, Bill Smith, is here with us tonight. Parrington Town Supervisor Mike Barker is here with us this evening. Penfield Town Supervisor Tony LaFountain. Chili Town Supervisor Dave Dunning. Brighton Town Supervisor Bill Maley. You can't miss Bill, right? Gatestown Board Member Lee Cordero is here with us tonight. Thank you. And Honeoye Falls Mayor Rick Milne is here this evening. And some other folks that I'd like to recognize, Dr. Ann Kress, our president of MCC. Thank you for being here. And we also have a good friend, former legislative clerk Cheryl Rozzi, joined us this evening. So thank you for being here. If I forgot anyone, I apologize. I'll have to talk to the future clerk and make sure that it's all good. I also want to welcome all the friends and family that are here to support their family members of the county legislature. Tonight is the culmination of many months of campaigning, and tonight is the fruit of your hard work. So thank you for being here and joining them, and enjoy this night. I'd also like to thank my family. My parents, Mario and Flora, are sitting here or standing, taking a movie. There you go. Yeah, very good. Thank you for being here. Obviously, without you, I wouldn't be here. That's the obvious part. But I really wouldn't be here without your love and support, so thank you. My brother Danny and his son Caleb are here. Thank you guys for being here and always supporting me. But most importantly, I'd like to thank my wonderful wife, Erin, who's with us tonight, and our three children, Lauren, Michael, and Bridget. Thank you for being here and being my biggest champions over the years. Whether it was running for office, serving the community in other ways, working, and now serving as the legislative president. Thank you for always being there and keeping me humble, and most importantly, focused on what matters most. I am very excited, if you can't tell, this evening, and honored to have been elected president of the Monroe County Legislature. I've been a member of this honorable body for a little over 8 years, and I've served in many different capacities. As some of you know, and some of you are about to find out, being a legislator is an honor. As each of you sit at these desks, you represent your communities, and together we work to represent the interests of all citizens of Monroe County. I'd like to take a moment and congratulate my fellow legislators for being reelected and being sworn in again tonight, but I'd also like to extend a special welcome and congratulations to the new legislators. We have 11 new legislators in this body, which is a pretty big number, and I look forward to working with each of you, and I'd like to mention you each by name. We have, in order of district number, Tina Brown is here from District 1. Tracy DeFlorio is here from District 3. Frank Alkoffer from District 4. Steve Brew from District 12, George Hebert, District 15, Tanya Connolly from District 18, Mike Zale from District 20, Mark Muyo from District 21, Vincent Felder from District 22. Welcome, Vincent. James Shepard from District 23. Pleasure to have you here. And last but certainly not least, Lachey Harris from District 27. Welcome. As this new legislature is seated, I look forward to a renewed sense of collaboration and dedication to our community. Although some may sometimes paint this body as a contentious and politically divided branch of government, I can tell you from my past experiences here, and I can assure you that our future will be filled with working together and in agreement 99% of the time. Nobody's perfect, right? But we have one common goal, and regardless of political affiliation or which community elected us to represent them, passing each discussion, disagreement, and decision through the same single filter, which is what is best for the future of our county and its residents. We won't always agree, but we will have our voices heard, and we'll do so in an orderly fashion. Right, Justin? All right, good. And that is what having 29 of us here together making these important decisions alongside our county executive is all about. I'm excited, I'm humbled to have been elected as your president, legislators, and I look forward to working with each and every legislator in this body. I thank you all. God bless each and every one of you. God bless this legislature, and God bless Monroe County. Thank you. Now, as Jeff told me, don't forget you actually have a job to do up there, so we do actually have stuff to do. So, at this point, the floor is open for the purpose of nominating a clerk of the legislature, deputy clerk, and second assistant deputy clerk. Legislator Marianetti.
Mr. President, I'd like to nominate the following slate of candidates. Jamie L. Slocum to serve as clerk of the legislature, Heather D. Halstead to serve as deputy clerk of the legislature, David Grant to serve as second assistant deputy clerk of the legislature.
Do we have a second? I second the nomination. Thank you, Dr. Carbone. Second, Dr. Carbone. Legislator Cayley, thank you for seconding. Are there any other nominations this evening? There being none, I now declare the nominations closed, and we will vote with a single vote for the entire slate as presented. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Very good. The motion carried. Congratulations to our clerk staff. I would now like to designate legislator Dr. Joe Carbone, my good friend, to serve as vice president of this honorable body. And it only takes one vote, and that's me. That's one of the luxuries. So congratulations, Dr. Joe. Yeah, very good. I'd like to remind all legislators, all of us, even those who have been reelected, to not forget to sign the oath of office with our clerk here immediately following the meeting. That's actually what makes it official. And I would also like to invite all legislators and guests to remain after this meeting out in the hall here for refreshments. And once again, thank you all for being here. But one last thing, Legislator Marianetti.
Mr. President, I move that this honorable body stand adjourned until 6 p.m. on Tuesday, January 12, 2016. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. I look forward to seeing you out in the hall.